was because we have some sort of common ground.
You said the tricky is just normal things.
Yeah, normal things and stuff.
So I'm not sure we don't have anything in common. I'm just trying to understand.
Day 43 of the Big Brother Naija show, season 5 in the lockdown mansion was that day that I watched two lovers play their very good friend really, really dirty. And then towards the end of the show, I was watching this particular friend kissing asses in the house. And I'm wondering like, okay, what's going on?
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Bbnaija and this is Frankly Speaking with Glory. This is the girl with the tea. Guys, a lot of you have been wondering, Glory, what's going on? Is it only Big Brother Naija show that you're reviewing on this channel? Guys, I am so busy these days. Thank God. I don't even know what to do with myself, but please guys, bear with me. Very soon I'm going to be very stable, and then I will come back and explain myself properly, because I know that I owe you all a proper explanation, and I cannot do that now until I am fully settled. Anyways guys, today on this video I will be talking about the details of the event of the day 43 and 44 of the Big Brother Naija lockdown highlights. A lot of things actually happened, and as usual they skipped 3 whole days. So watch till the end of this video as I spill all the juicy details to you. And hey, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on post notification if you are new here or if you're a passerby. If you're a returning subscriber, you're welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back. Let's get into the video immediately. Day 43 in the house was on a Monday, and the previous day was a Sunday when Tolani Badge, Wathoni and Brighto were evicted at the same time. Boom! Guys, there had been a lot of shocking evictions in the house, but that particular one was very shocking, especially for Tolani Badge. Tolani Badge was one of those lockdown housemates that had too much confidence. To some extent, I felt like she had pride, because I felt like everybody were doing everything, doing thunder and brimstone. Some people were doing the worst, the most, just to gain the favor of the viewers, just to gain the favor of the viewers' votes, you know. But Tolani Badge was just that one person that was just very laid back, because when you listen to her talk in the diary room, you hear her always making reference to, oh, my friends, my fans out there. And at that point in time, I was wondering like, okay, which fans? Like, how, where? Like, sis, explain, you know. So she had so much confidence in the circle that she had outside the house, but unfortunately what she probably did not realize that, hey, Big Brother Naija is always huge. It's a huge show. A lot of people literally place bets. A lot of people literally put their houses use their house rent to vote, you know. So it didn't really work well in her favor, and that was how she was evicted. For Wathoni, I kind of saw it coming, because she had been up a couple of times with Trickytee, and then I just knew that, okay, it was time for her to go on, because at some point she was very bitter in the house, very bitter and petty. But then later on she found love, which is not really love anymore, with Brighto, and then she became that sweet girl. And then people were wondering like, okay, after we finish voting you out, why are you now such a nice person in the house? So for Brighto, that one too was very confident that he was going to stay to the end, but somehow I was kind of happy that he was gone, like he was evicted. But somehow I missed him at that point in time, because I felt like, oh my God, the Lord Baelish of the house, the one person that would always do all the mischief in the house, all the crazy manipulations, mind games with Kiddwaya especially, was gone from the show. But moving on guys, that was the same day that Erica won head of house, and then something nasty actually happened. I remember reviewing that very day, and my sentiments geared towards Prince, but much later I thought about it again, and I realized that my sentiments were wrongly placed, because I thought about it and I realized that Kiddwaya and Erica actually played Trickytee dirty. Guys, by the time I rewatched that thing again, because I actually recorded that particular event that day. Erica won head of house, and then Kiddwaya had been banned from partaking in the head of house games or even becoming deputy for I think 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you know, because he messed up the entire system when Biggie was away. So Kiddwaya was busy going round the back of the housemates, and I know that Big Brother actually saw all of that. So Kiddwaya, at the end of the day, went behind Prince and was touching Prince on the shoulder, giving Erica the signal to choose Prince instead of Trickytee. And Erica and Trickytee had already had a conversation that, hey, Trickytee, being that he had not been inside the head of house lounge before, when Erica wins, Erica should pick him, or if he wins, he's going to pick Erica. That kind of agreement that you already had. And then Kiddwaya, made his choice, picking Prince. And it kind of made me sad because Trickytee had been kind of sucking up to these two lovers for a while in the house, and one would expect that they would pity him and just save him. But for some weird reason, Kiddwaya just wanted Trickytee out of the house, and so he chose to save Prince instead. And Erica acted like she did not know what she was doing. Later on, she acted like she was feeling bad as usual because we've seen something like that play out before. She did something like that with Laycon, something similar. Yeah, oh, I want to pick you, but I'm not sure, so I'm going to pick this person. We saw that play out as at that time, the first time she won the head of house. And then she was explaining to Ozo that, she feels very bad. That the reason why she chose Prince is because, Prince has been constantly trying to win the head of house, but every time he comes close, somebody else snatches it from him. It's either him or it's either Ozo or somebody else. And then Ozo was consoling her that, hey, what about the people that everybody has been nominating inside the house? We eat together, stuff like. I'm like, okay, if only Erica had just told herself that, okay, I picked Prince because Kiddwaya wanted me to pick Prince. But guys, it's all a game, right? Yeah, at the end of the day, it was all a game, but I still felt very, very bad for Trickytee. And it really, really annoyed me that even as that all of that happened, I feel like that Trickytee was still sucking up, almost as kissing, both licking Erica and Kiddwaya in the house. And I'm wondering, like, dude, is it that you're blind? Like, can't you see the politics playing here? Why are you being so sentimental? Why? Anyways, this was the same day that the housemates nominated two of their fellow housemates for possible eviction, and Lucy was nominated several times because, guys, at that point in time, Lucy was a pain in everybody's ass. Another thing that happened was that this was the particular day that a lot of people were actually having conversations about who did you nominate, and Erica again, yes, Erica again was having that conversation with Kiddwaya. They kept on using the words vote, your fans are going to vote for you and stuff like that. And then later Biggie sent a brief that, hey, he has banned the words votes and fans or in the house, because he noticed that they were actually campaigning for each other. But then, funny enough, Erica finished reading that and then they went back to doing all of that again. And then I'm wondering, like, okay, big brother, this is the part where you need to start counting this girl's breaking of the rules, because she had actually done a lot of that already. Moving on, this was the same day that V was actually upset, that Erica was head of house, and she also had that strong conviction that Erica was the one that actually nominated her for possible eviction, which of course is true. But then I was wondering, like, okay, V, why are you upset? You don't like Erica. Erica does not like you and Laycon. Erica actually nominated V and Laycon. Our annoyance at that point in time was that when she got her 2 strikes, Laycon did not come and talk to her immediately. And I'm like, girl, why are you feeling so damn entitled? Was Laycon supposed to come and talk to you and console you for messing up yourself and breaking all the rules in the house before Big Brother arrived from his vacation, But that aside, I was looking at V and I'm wondering, like, V, why are you upset? I mean, if you were in Erica's shoes, you would have also nominated Erica. So the game is even. Anyways, moving on to day 44, we were greeted with Erica and Kiddwaya's conversation again for the 100th time in the house on the show. I mean, Kiddwaya has said that thing to her like 1 million times, that, hey, I'm not ready to be in a serious relationship. I care about you, I like you, but not in that way of being a boyfriend. He has said it to her in so many ways, in different styles. Gosh, I don't even know. And then for her, I remember that conversation on that particular day. She was not happy with the fact that Kiddwaya always has things to talk about with other housemates. But when it comes to both of them, most of what they are doing is mostly sexual and physical. So she wanted to know where she stands in Kiddwaya's lives. And that was the conversation they were having. And guys, after it made her sad, they settled the game much later. Much later again, it made her sad, they settled the game much later. Guys, they were just going back and forth. Scratch that. it was tiring actually. This was the same day, guys, that the housemates had issues over their wager task. As a matter of fact, that was the day that Biggie told the housemate that their wager task for the week was the housemates putting up a comedy show mimicking the way other evicted housemates talk and carry themselves in the house. And then there was the argument between Lucy, Dorothy, between Lucy, Dorothy, and Prince. And then there was also the annoyance that V had that they were giving her a low-rated role to play. They were telling her to act like Nero, and she was like, why should I act like Nero? I cannot. Why don't you give me something else to do? I remember that was also the very day that Lucy was upset that all that the housemates were portraying about Katrina was something really, really negative about her, that Katrina had a fun side. I actually agreed with Lucy on that one. And then finally, this was also the same day that the housemates had the Johnny Walker show, and the Team Yellow, that's Laycon, V, and Nengi won trips to Scotland, won monetary prizes, and a lot of other things involved. If I missed anything, guys, please let me know in the comment section below. But this is where I'm going to be ending this particular episode of Frankly Speaking with Glory. I will see you guys in another video. Have an amazing night rest. Bye.